Good afternoon. It is a lovely good afternoon from London. This is Rebecca Nichols. This is my podcast, Royal Treats. Good morning, good evening, wherever you may be in the world. I just want to share with you a little bit today about jealousy. I felt it pop up a lot this week, whether I've been working on the heart chakra, and I'm often see it around me and through social media. I've encountered it. I've dished it a fair bit out over the years myself. That's something that we all have to own in the end, our own emotions and why we feel the way we feel. What is the root of why we feel the way we feel when it comes to looking at another human being and feeling the need to compete or be like them or be jealous of what they've achieved or who they are in this life? I think from my experience, it was the lack of knowledge that I had, the lack of self-worth, the lack of self-belief in the fact that I was capable of achieving some amazing things too in this life, and which I've gone on to do and will go on to do much more. I think if you are jealous of another human being's success, it's only because you are measuring it from a space of, well, I wish I could, but I don't think I can. Or, it's kind of easy for them, or they've made it work because X, Y, Z. And we come up with a lot of excuses to why we can't win in this life, why we can't be successful, why we can't achieve our heart's desires and live this life on our terms and have the life, business, dream job, all these things that we should have. And actually, when we claim our birthright at the root chakra, we understand that actually we are very much entitled to it. We're very much entitled to be living this life where all things are possible through the connection that you have to the divine consciousness that is you as a whole entire being. Now, it takes work. It takes dedication. Mastery is something that needs to be done on a daily basis. You've got to work on yourself. That's the only real work you've got to do in this life, because it's this working on self that is going to be able to determine who you are, why you're here, and what kind of work you're here to do. We're all here for great work. And when I say that, there's no job greater than the next. There's no human being that is superior over another human being, because we are all here playing our hand at, the game of life. The game of life. And I mean, there's some really interesting books I've read about this. And one of them is The Game of Life and How to Play It, Florence Scofield Shim. And she's a great author, no longer around, but her work and her legacy has continued to bless us with some amazing literature. And so please do check out her book. That's Florence Scofield Shim, The Game of Life and How to Play It, and a few other things like Your Word is Your Wand, etc. These books have been transforming for me, so I love to be able to share that knowledge with you guys. And any other books that will pop up, I will definitely be sharing with you over my forthcoming podcast. But that just kind of like popped up for me today, and sort of how I've got on the path is very various different methods of teaching and books, audios, courses, working with various masters, and spending a lot of time really learning who I am, and spending a lot of time on my own and doing that kind of real inner work. So actually, if you're listening to this and you're not really sure of why things come up and the emotions come up for you, why you think the way you feel, why you have this jealousy towards others that are achieving and succeeding their dreams, which it all just comes back to, I really don't know what my gift and talent is, and if I did, I would run with it and I would make my life amazing. I would make this life superb, because that possibility is there for you. And just because we're sharing on the heart chakra, I'd love to be able to share with you about my following my own dreams, and being here and even talking to you and doing this podcast is something that I love to be able to share, and it's just another opportunity for me to really connect with you guys, and welcome you into my world and show you how I see things. I mean, I believe in equality, and I fight for it, and I fight for it for every human being, that they deserve a chance in life. And I think I fight for more the underdogs and the ones that, you know, like me, who came from a disadvantaged background, who wasn't given the opportunities because of various different reasons, upbringing. My mum had a mental health issue and still suffers with her mental health. So therefore, by default, I had a mental health issue because I was born into a very negative and toxic environment in terms of my emotional, psychological makeup. My physical needs were met, my emotional needs were not met. And this is the importance of our existence. Everything you see that exists in this life is based on an emotional, psychological makeup of who we are, you know, because when we have this ability to tune into ourselves from the root, understand that we are here, we are supported, we have a support network, we have people that will support us through this life. The earth is here supporting our needs. When we step into a space of creativity in the sacral chakra, we understand that actually we're independent of our parents, and we're here to create this life on our terms, and that's all we're here to do, is to create. We are creators, every single one of us. You are creating this life. You know, you're not subject to it unless you give up your power and be subjected to it. You're not powerless, and unless you give it up, or you don't understand it, or you don't affirm it. So that's where we move up into the solar plexus, and I've been sharing about affirming your power, owning your power. It's okay to be powerful when it's aligned with love. I mean, I know I'm a powerful being, and I love the fact that I'm a powerful being, because I can make a difference to the world with my power, because I know that I'm aligned with myself, and I'm aligned with my higher self, and I'm here to actually contribute to the world in a positive way. I think we've always got to look at it like that. We've always got to come back to, what am I here to do? How is this going to add value to people's lives? How is this going to make the world a better place to be? You know, I think we've got to shift from the take, what has life ever done for me, and what life can do for you, but actually what you can do for life as a whole, as a collective consciousness, as all of us coming together and saying, actually, you all have very important parts to play. And understanding that, you know, we can get caught up in the narcissism and the our own selfish needs, but we actually need to open up a little bit more, open the heart up a little bit more to connecting and sharing, and just flowing very nicely into next Sunday. I am at the Light Space in Islington, going to be talking a little bit more about self-love and the heart chakra, and opening up and connecting to ourselves a little bit more. And obviously, if you're interested in finding out how you can connect yourself through my courses, then please do drop me an email, info@queenofmylife.london. I'd be absolutely thrilled to hear from you and to connect with you, and to be able to share with you a little bit more about how I can help you on your life journey. This is what I'm here to do. And it's a joy, it's a pleasure, it really is like the most amazing thing I've ever done in my whole entire life, is to step into a place of purpose. Like, there's nothing more rewarding and understanding why you're here to do what you're here to do. The who's, the what's, the why's, the where's, all this is relevant, you know. And I think when you come across someone who is really, really sure and excited and passionate about who they are and what they are and what they're here to do, you can just tell. You just know. And I've been around some amazing people. I feel honoured and blessed to work alongside some absolutely amazing women over the years, and you know, since I've been on this journey is becoming, you know, a transformational coach and working with chakras and healing and etc. You know, I've encountered some beautiful souls along the way, and you know, I'm forever encountering new people that the universe is allowing to come into my life to facilitate my journey, and we can help each other. I totally believe each one teach one. I think, you know, if we can't open up our minds to be able to receive, we'll never really, we'll get stagnant after a while. You know, we're kind of very closed-minded. My way is right, your way is wrong, is why the world is the way it is. You know, so there is no right or wrong. That's the easiest way to create any kind of peaceful environment, is to admit actually everything is perspective. What I will not agree with and what I will stand for, that I will not really allow into my life, someone else will be, that's completely acceptable. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I think, you know, opening up our hearts and being less judging would serve us more as beings, to be honest. Because I truly believe that it's in terms of longevity. If we're going to try and be around for a long time, and that's the aim of the game with me, I totally plan to be on this planet and experience this life for as long as I can, because I think I've got so much to do and so much to see, and I think this planet is a beautiful place, and I'd love to explore it, and I'd love to meet up with encounter some amazing experiences before I leave, and also just to leave that legacy and put that footprint down, and to be able to say I was here and this is what I did. I'm trying to raise the vibration of London. I'm and about leaving London, staying in London, and how London's been affecting me in terms of the density of the vibration here, and that might make sense to some people, and some people will get it, and some people are like, huh. We're in a very dense vibration in London at the moment. We're trying to lift it and put more light into London. As a light worker, we have work to do. And if you're another light worker, you know we've got work to do in London. But, you know, it's possible. And I think when we come together, when we collaborate, and we live from a place of love, then all things are possible. I think we need more collaboration. We need more people coming together and making bigger communities, better communities, that focuses on striving, you know, no competition, just coming together and saying, hey, you're winning, I'm winning, let's kind of come together, let's try and win and make this world better. I think we get further in life, you know, when we realise that there's no competition. And I think if jealousy comes up for you and you're looking at someone else's life, you've got to question it. You've really got to come back to yourself and question why you feel the way you feel. And it's a big step, you know, to actually admit that. I mean, when I won the lottery, I had quite a few friends say to me, my God, you know, I was quite jealous. But I actually loved the fact that they were very open and honest and said to me, you know, I'm quite jealous about that. Because I honour that kind of truth. I honour those people so much more than the ones that pretend that they're not, but you blatantly know that they are. It's the worst. You know, so don't be jealous of people's success. You know, find out how you can achieve and work towards your dream life, because it's possible. You know, come and speak to me, have a coaching session, free strategy coaching session with me, so we can discuss where you're at in your life and where you want to be. Because, you know, I've been trained by some of the best coaches in the UK to be the person I am now. And so therefore, I know what I can deliver to people. And I know that actually, from what I've achieved in such a short space of time, it's so much is possible for you guys. So, like, you know, have faith, believe in yourself, because actually it's the only thing that matters. There's no real guarantee in this life except for self-belief. You've got to fucking believe in yourself. You've got to. And it's a little bit of an F-bomb for a Sunday afternoon. Well, look, I'm out of here. We're going on a bike ride. We're going to Chelsea. It's a lovely day. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are. And I hope to catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.